Back to our Hatters Walk. We're here to review the Sheffield United game and just look at how has the gap between the Blades and the Hatters got so big in such a short space of time. And we're asking the big question: if Luton lose to Watford in the next game, is that the end of Rob Edwards? We're asking Mark and Sam for their opinions on all of that on Where Hatters Walk. It's the quickest and most comprehensive review of all things Luton on the internet. And thank you very much for being along the journey with us. All right, let's jump straight in it with Mark. Good evening, Mark. You sure you were in Sheffield? Was that as bad as it's been this season?
Yeah, it was just really poor. I mean, Sheffield United keeper could have taken his sun lounger out and not have to move all game, basically. It was just, I can't say how poor it was. We got what we've been craving for all season, a back four, but I think the goals just highlighted everything that's wrong at the moment. The indecision from McGuinness and Walters, having to play players out of position, but there was just felt there's no fight, and as Reece Burke says, we need to get back to basics and just roll our sleeves up and be up for the fight, basically.
I think lots would agree with that, Mark. Thank you. Fargo says, which kind of echoes your point, Mark. Everybody asked Edwards to play 4-4-2, and he did. 2 defensive individual mistakes from Walters, something Edwards can't do anything about. So we should stop moaning, support the team. There wasn't a lot in the game apart from those 2 defensive errors. Edwards was not at fault today, and he actually listened to the fans. Sam, can you jump on board with that point of view, or are you Edwards out?
I'm not quite Edwards out yet. I really want it to work with him at Luton, but I think if he loses to Watford, his position is going to become a lot less secure. But I think that opinion, I don't think you can say that there was not a lot in it. I mean, we were second best in all areas, unfortunately.
There was another view, Mark, that criticised the fans, that said the small minority of fans who were swearing at Rob Edwards and the players when they came over are an absolute disgrace to the club. Yes, we're in a bad moment and we want it sorted out, but it's clearly not for lack of trying. Everyone is contented, but it's shameful and not what we are about. That was, of course, it's gone on social media when the players and Edwards came over. Fans have got a right to voice their displeasure, though, haven't they? That, if you travel to Sheffield on a Saturday and get that sort of performance, you can't blame fans for having a go, can you?
And fair play to Rob. He came over, unlike Graham Jones from before. He doesn't shirk it. He comes over and he cares. I mean, I don't think I've ever wanted a manager to succeed more than Rob. He cares and he's passionate about the club. And as far as I'm concerned, fans are entitled to their opinion. But during the game, all we ask is that we back the team, we support the team. They all care and they're all trying. I think sometimes the lack of confidence and the indecision can be misplaced as players not caring, not trying. But let me tell you, they all care and they're all trying. But confidence is at a low ebb, and we just had people playing out of position. But Rob's future he's got credit in the bank. He deserves the opportunity. He says he's going to. It's down to him, and he's going to fix it. And just give him time. We're not that club that just loses 7 or 8 games and then we just change managers. That's not what we're about. And I'm backing him all the way. And that, yes, it's not pretty to watch. Saturday wasn't an enjoyable watch, but we've all got to stick together and we've all got to support the club and look forward to better times.
Okay. one last one, and I want to get your opinions on this one. You've already mentioned this name already, Mark, but in Tom Lockie we trust says this is worse than what we saw under Graham Jones. Do something. Sam, is it?
In terms of the actual football, it might be close, but the difference is obviously Edwards has a lot of credit in the bank, and he's also, I think, every Luton fan much rather him as manager than Graham Jones. So yes, I don't know if it's worse. It might be as bad, but he's obviously a better manager than Graham Jones, and he's got more potential to turn it around than he had.
Mark?
Rob gets the club. He's just ingrained into what we're trying to achieve. And Graham Jones, I mean, to me, it's like can't even compare the two. I mean, I went to 12 consecutive away games that we lost under Graham Jones, and trust me, what we've got at the moment is not even remotely close to what we had to put up with Graham Jones. So that's my blunt opinion.
Fair enough. All right. Okay, thanks for that. We'll leave that Sheffield game alone then. We'll look ahead to Watford, of course, in our next record, which will be next week. And I want to get your views on what your views on all things Watford are. Before we let you go, though, we're talking about home atmospheres. There's been a lot of talk and press about just the staleness of some big stadiums, Leeds, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland this season. What's the atmosphere been like, Mark, at Kenilworth Road? I know, obviously, the performances haven't been good, but atmosphere-wise?
Yeah, I mean, it has been a bit flat at times, but I always think that the atmosphere is twofold. The crowd will lift the players, but also the players need to give the fans something to cheer about, and I can guarantee that it is going to be raised a level on the 19th, like it was a couple of years ago. So I think we just need to get behind the team, support them, and just be loud and make it nasty and uncomfortable, both on the pitch and in the stands.
Okay. All right, Sam?
I haven't been there for Oxford and who was the Oxford and the game before that, Sheffield Wednesday, I think. But Mark is right. I think atmosphere hasn't been great most of this season, but obviously there hasn't been much to cheer about. We haven't played well. I think we've got one win at home. The performances haven't really matched if their team aren't playing well, not performing well, the atmosphere isn't going to be great. I think both sides will be like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's an obvious statement, isn't it? But in terms of just the flatness of most grounds at the moment, it is a concern. This championship season hasn't lit up yet, which we're hoping, of course, there's lots of time for it to do. All right. Thanks for your comments then. Please join us next week when, of course, we're talking all things Derby, the Derby, of course. And we're also asking Sam and Mark for their opinions on where Luton will finish now, because, of course, we'll be 10 games in to this exciting season. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Mark. And thank you very much for watching. Drop us a subscribe. Drop us a like if you haven't done already. We really appreciate you coming along this journey with us. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.